Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Age Inquisition. And we are post main story. So we've gotten past the main chunk of the game, and we're heading into just DLC territory, with the exception of some dragons that need to be killed. Um, and also, whoever Nick Stefan is, and maybe this is some automated uh, bot spam thing, but Nick Stefan keeps commenting the same thing over and over again, which is a "Hey Walt BTB, loved your video," and I know this probably got marked as spam because it contains a link, and it's the same video of whatever group covering Zombie by the Cranberries. And good God, this is now like 4 times on my videos that same comment has been posted. And yes, it does get marked as spam. And no, I am not going to post it. Enough. Enough. Good Lord. I don't get a lot of comments on my videos in the first place. And man, is it aggravating when the only ones that do come up are spam. Ah, Jesus. Alright, so anyway. Getting into the game, as I complained a little bit about that to myself. I'm not sure how we start any of the DLC other than the ones I've already gotten into. I know that there's all the jibber jabber with people after the game, so since we're coming up to Varric first, hello.
I feel a little nervous having the woman who commanded our spies on the Sunburst throne. Like if anybody recites the chant wrong, she'll have them shivved. I'm probably overreacting. But yeah, if you want to go out and find some trouble, I'm up for it.
Alright, so that's all he had to say. And here's a sad thing. It's Solus's room and it's empty because Solus is gone. Boo. Not cool, Solus. Not cool, dude. Let's go up here. I'm not going to spend the whole video talking to every single person, but we're going to talk to some people at least.
Frightening thought. A divine with enough spies to know how often you piss. It will be difficult to return to Devinter after all this. I have a good friend here. You don't find those just lying about. Such is my lot. Just a little longer then.
Are they the same height? Or is Dorian a little taller? Maybe they're approximately the same height? I can't tell. Shut up, birds.
Greetings again, Inquisitor.
I trust everything is well with the mages.
Most are pleased with the Alliance, even if we wonder what will happen next.
I'll leave you to it.
That's nothing new.
A request has been made of him, Inquisitor. Here it is.
What is your evaluation of how we're doing?
I am able to pursue my duties with optimal efficiency, thanks to Skyhold's present state.
Okay.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Thank you. I don't think I was gonna say I didn't think I had anything with me.
The Empress has gifted us with a selection of rare books. I can't wait till they arrive.
I'll bet. Who'd call you Bookworm Bill? Alright, so... Oh, shut up, phone in the background. Liliana, hello.
I've been many things. Bard, sister, left hand. And always because someone needed something from me. But I realize now that I am all these things. And yet, not defined by any one. I am now Divine Victoria. But to my friends, to you, I will always be just Liliana.
Skyhold will feel empty without you.
Val Ryu is not so far away, and I can always use advice from the Herald of Andraste. Not to worry, I'll be here for some time yet. There are still things to put in order before I leave.
Are you still my spy master? When will you need to leave?
The Grand Clerics would love to bury me in ceremony while they prepare for my coronation. But there is so much unfinished here. A new spy master to appoint. And perhaps I'm not quite ready yet. When the time is right, I shall go to the Grand Cathedral for good. They can't know what they're in for.
I wish you all the best, Liliana.
I can jump down the middle. Yay! Clunk. And yet, not a bar of health is lost. Look at that. Super strong. Alright. This is my side. This is right back into the hole. Ah, whatever. That's fine. So, I think the next thing we do is Jaws of Harkin. First, let's speak to Josephine.
Liliana knows the game. She'll move the chantry
Goddamn
forward while
phone.
quelling the fears of the faithful. And I feel only pity for those who might try to depose our former spy master by force.
Should the Inquisition offer Liliana its protection?
It'd be more imposition than useful, or misinterpreted as a struggle for power. It's best Liliana arrange things herself. After so much warring, even the most seasoned players of the game yearn for change. Sister Liliana will bring about interesting times. A fine day, isn't it?
That's it?
Well met.
That's it? Wait a minute. What happened to the romance? What happened? Wah, 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 wah. I don't know. I must have missed something. The most I've done with her was, yeah, we liked each other, and then we would step outside and make out, and now it's nothing at all. That's fine. Just goes along with the awkwardness of my character, so it's all good. Okay, let's see. Combat ability point.
So, Liliana, should I bow whenever you come into the room now?
The ceremony is not for a while.
It will be strange to see you and think, there walks divine Victoria.
Then let us enjoy these moments while they last, as colleagues.
Nor as friends.
What's this? A breach in decorum?
Perish the thought.
Attend the Exalted Council. I mean, we can do that too. Hopefully that doesn't start up the next DLC, although I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's part of the main game. But if it does start to throw us into the Trespasser DLC, then I'll jump out of it and we'll go to the Jaws of Harkin. But let's... Oh, wait, nope. Okay, forget it. Not doing this one. Never mind, because we want to be able to fight all the dragons and stuff. So... Investigate Frostback Basin. To Ambassador Josephine Montillet. Thank you so much for your earlier correspondence. I confess it's been difficult to get those in Relay to take this discovery seriously in light of recent events. But I am positive that scouting the Frostback Basin will yield historic discoveries beneficial to both the academic field and the Inquisition. As a staunch supporter I am honored to be working in such great company on this historic occasion. Yours most sincerely, Professor Bram Kenrick, University of Orlais. Yay, here we go. We've scouted the region and set up camp. Professor Kenrick has the scouts gathering anything they can find. So far, we've uncovered a lot of very old buckles. Hopefully, this yields something more exciting. Anyone who comes here should be ready for hostile wildlife and angry Avar. This place is dangerous. Scout Harding. Accept that report. Yes, let's venture forth. But look at our party. Whoa! Boo! Boo! Not cool, man. Not cool. Metalana says, yay, I love this DLC. This one's good. I should bring Iron Bull with me. And I should bring Wise Ass Sarah with me. I only have... It's a good thing I'm a mage, because I'm a mage short now. Let's bring Vivienne. I haven't brought Vivienne to any missions in a while. Briala. Yeah, so she's plotting her revenge somewhere out in the exiles. Makes me happy to hear you say my name correctly. So many people don't know how to pronounce it. I think it seems pretty straightforward. Metalana. Here comes the music.
Good to see you again, Inquisitor. Allow me to introduce Professor Bram Kenrick. He's the reason we're out here.
A pleasure to meet you, Your Worship.
Professor Kenrick teaches at the University of Orlais.
I came on an exchange program from Starkhaven. While in Val Royeaux, I've found something incredible. After 800 years, we may be able to determine the final resting place of the last Inquisitor.
Marius Svensson says, Hakon is Norwegian. The word Hakon is Norwegian? What does that mean? And Menelana says it's Elvish, but some people always say it weird. After 800 years, we may be able to determine the final resting place of the last Inquisitor. I studied Inquisitor Meriden. Interesting. Who was that? Hooray? Oh, it's a Norwegian male's name. Oh, okay. Funny, because we were talking about, I think last night, when we were getting our ass handed to us down in the deep roads, how we were talking about how a lot of... Oh no, maybe it was earlier today. I don't know. But at some point we were discussing... Actually, I think it was the Elvish stories. That's what it was. We were talking about how there's a lot of like Norse mythology that seems to be mixed in with the Elven mythology. So I guess it kind of makes sense that the name Hakon is Norwegian. Okay, so anyway, I studied Inquisitor Ameridan.
The texts say that Inquisitor Ameridan was a dragon hunter who vanished on his last expedition.
Yes, precisely. I see you've read Lautrec's Precursors to the Chantry. Inquisitor Ameridan stepped down shortly before the Nevarran Accord brought the Seekers of Truth into the Chantry. He hunted demons, dragons, and dangerous apostates in a time before Templars even existed.
I'm all for history if it means tracking down the equipment of a famous demon hunter.
If the last Inquisitor has been missing for 800 years, it's only fitting that today's Inquisition help find him.
Your scouts have gathered artifacts from the area. They may help us discover what Inquisitor Ameridan was doing.
I have news as well. We've encountered hostile Avar to the north. They call themselves the Jaws of Hakon. There's also an Avar hold to the east. Unlike the Jaws of Hakon, they've been friendly so far.
The Jaws of Hakon?
They're hostile Avar who attack any Inquisition agents or researchers who get close. We've sent soldiers for defense, but the Hakonites are cunning, merciless, and know the basin better than we do. I'm afraid our men will not be able to hold out long.
I thought we could catch up.
Anytime, Inquisitor.
Okay, so we can talk to her a little bit. What you guys are saying. Yeah, Fen'Harel is a version of Loki. And Menelana says, Fen'Harel always did remind me a bit of Loki. Yeah, I mean, same here. I think that was pretty... I don't think they're trying to hide that comparison too much. You'll love the loot. What level are you? I think I'm level 23. The Fade is fused materials here. So nice. Okay. After our conversation, I'll check my level and stuff. But I'm pretty sure I'm level 23. Where'd you learn to fight?
They say you grew up in a village. Where did you learn to fight, draw a bow, all that?
Here and there. You pick things up as a little dwarf girl in a village filled with piggish Ferelden boys. I'm no artist with a blade. I just know what hurts, and what takes him down quick. Bruised a shin or two in my day, and a few, you know, other things. And archery? Oh, there was a traveling hunter who set me up with my first bow and taught me the basics. After that, I practiced on my own. On squirrels, mostly. Oh, and Heinrich from next door, but only with padded arrows.
Heinrich? It's spelled Henrik. It's all good.
I hear you have family in Ferelden.
Yes, my mother and father. I insisted they move to Denerim once I signed up with the Inquisition. Ambassador Montelier tells me I should invite them to Skyhold. She thinks they'd be proud of me. But after Haven, I just can't, you know? It's not that I don't trust you or our soldiers. It's just... I just want them to be safe. And if that means they don't get to see things firsthand, that's okay. My mother likes writing letters anyway.
Yeah, I like Harding. I was actually, the two characters that I was flirting with the most was Josephine and Harding. Because I didn't realize, I think the first time I played it, I don't remember that you could even flirt with Harding, and so I found it funny to be flirting with her. I don't know if you can actually have a romance with her. Maybe you can. I mean, it didn't really seem like it would lead to an actual romance, but I don't know. Maybe next time. Maybe next time.
What do you think about the Avar?
When I was a little girl, a lady in our village used to tell me Avar tales. Being able to see their lives up close, it's nothing like I thought. They're very tall, aren't they? I was considering a proposal for Commander Cullen. Avar allies with dwarven archers astride their shoulders.
Oh, I like the way she thinks. We should keep her around. For mayhem.
Yes, mayhem.
Excellent. No, sadly you can't. That's a bummer. Yeah, you know, it was the thing, because I was like, oh, I would run into her and I would flirt, and I'd run into her again and I'd flirt. And then all of a sudden, couldn't flirt with her anymore. So I was like, alright, maybe it's because I started romanticizing Josephine and like made an actual push towards it being a romance and not just like me making flirty comments. But yeah, it's a shame. Because yeah, as Menelana says, I would like dwarven romances. I mean, we can now romance a Canary. Why not a dwarf? Yeah, seriously. Doesn't make any sense. Mari says, Avar are a pain, but I love Iron Bull.
All right, get it out of your system.
It's funny how a word loses its meaning when you say it enough times.
Oh, these guys are great.
Have you spoken to Kenrick much?
A bit. quite nice, isn't he? And clever, really loves his books. I said hello one day while he had his nose buried in a giant tome. His shriek was a winner. I can't stop doing it now. It's too funny.
How do you like the Frostback Basin?
It's lovely, isn't it? At least until you step in a pile of bogfish or poo. The stuff's vile. It makes great fuel for starting fires, though, if you can tolerate the smell. I might suggest that to the commander. It could be great for sieges.
The commander would never go for it. He's too dignified.
Mayhem.
Sorry. Don't tell him I said that.
We defeated Corypheus. I thought you'd have returned to your old life.
After everything I've seen, I don't think I could ever go back to my old life. Could you? I can't just pretend. I can't just pretend I'm the same person. I got a letter from my mother. She was happy the breach was sealed. She had no idea what we went through. And I don't have the heart to tell her.
Minilana says, my best friend and I refer to ourselves as Mischief and Mayhem. My old guitar player from a band I was in years back, which little, what should we say, Easter egg, a little insider dirt. So my name on this channel, Walt BTB. BTB stands for Back to Back, which is the name of a band I was in a few years back. And so my guitarist for that band, he went by the name Chaos. And when I first met him, the only time I ever interacted with the guy was originally just on this local punk and hardcore message board. And so his handle on that was Chaos. So that's the only thing I knew him as, was by going by that name. And then I met the guy at a show, and just good dude, but I never asked what his real name was, because we all go by nicknames, So he introduced himself as Chaos, so that's all I called him. So years go by. Eventually I start up a new band, which was what Back to Back was. Started this new band. He hit me up immediately wanting to play guitar. Great guitar player, perfect for the band, old school hardcore, New York hardcore sound and stuff. And again, I just knew his name was Chaos. And I made the effort I did not want anyone to tell me what the hell his real name was. And so even though I was in a band with this guy for years, I never knew what his name was until one time on tour. His girlfriend at the time called up and was asking for Nick. And I didn't know who the hell she was talking about. I thought she was talking about my bass player, whose name was Nick. And I'm like, Jew Nick? And she's like, no, Nick. And I'm like, what? I was completely confused. And she's like, Chaos. I'm like, oh. And I was so mad because I didn't want it ruined for me. I'm like, damn it. I didn't want to know his real name. Now I know his real name. I was so pissed. It's like we had gone like 4 or 5 states through this tour, and I still hadn't, even to that point, like, been in the band like 3 years together, and then halfway through this tour, and that's when I finally find the guy's name, find out what the guy's name is. So funny. And I still, to this day, I don't call him Nick. It's just, it's just weird. But yeah, so just funny when we're going by odd names, and Mischief and Mayhem in particular just reminds me of that.
We'll continue this another time.
Safe travels.
Alright, so we are the map. First thing is to talk to Kenrick. We already have a rift to deal with. Whenever we see this, we just know gotta deal with more lousy, stinking rifts. Even though we closed the rift in the sky, we still have to for some reason deal with that. Alright, let's go talk to, the professor.
Inquisitor.
But first, let's loot like we always do. Alright, and read stuff. A neatly penned note. Professor Bram Kenrick. The requested supplies have been sent to your current location from the university, including additional ink, books on Ameridan, and 3 Divine Age buckles for purposes of comparison. And yes, upon your return, you may say I told you so in regards to my saying your collection was useless. Everything should arrive shortly after you. Of course, roads still aren't what they were. Also, I fed that fish, but I'm not talking to it for you. Professor Cheval Laurent, University of Orlais. Did you make Bull Tavashov? I don't know what I did with Bull. Manalana says, the names my friends called me include Mischief, Loki, and Clint, Hawkeye from the Avengers. Yeah, right on. And Mari says, riffs here are uber amped, be beware. Yeah, I remember when I did this the first time, it was for real. Someone doesn't know the importance of talking to pets. I miss having pets. Unfortunately, where I live, can't have them. Note affixed to a book entitled Sir Lothair Verney de Retz, Victory and Dominion. Lady Harding, I could use the opinion of an expert. Though impressive, the victory outlined on the marked page could not have been achieved as stated. Bram Kenrick. Sure it could, if you had enough apples, Harding. Harding is silly. He said he did not get the Chargers killed in the last video right before he joined in. Yeah. Chargers are still alive. I don't even remember what the mission was where you could possibly get them killed. Property of Colette. Pages of neatly written, painstakingly detailed notes fill a well-worn journal. The notes break midway for a list. Expedition to Frostback Basin. Preparations. Reread Finding Ameridan. Complete. Review notes on appropriate excavation methods. Complete. Practice categorization of minute material artifacts. Complete. Read book on Frostback Basin. Complete. Practice camping. Complete. Note, bring a pillow. Reread an anatomy of various terrible beasts. Complete. Learn defense. Cannot find willing instructor. Ask brothers for fencing defense lessons. Bad idea. Read book on survival and defense. Complete. Bring towels. Packed. A few idle swirls follow, along with a tiny sketch of an elf defending a stack of papers from various terrible beasts. The caption reads, Field work. You had to choose to either save the Chargers or let some mages sink the Kunari ships. Or save the ships but let the Chargers die in battle. Man, I don't even remember that. Yeah, I don't remember doing that at all. I know I did not kill the, I know that the Chargers are not dead. I would have remembered that. Okay. Hello, Bram.
Scout Harding has an impressive team. Her people brought back a number of artifacts.
It was Bull's personal quest. Maybe I didn't do it. Maybe I never got around to doing that quest. Although I spoke to Bull so many times, it never came up unless there was something I was supposed to do to activate it. I don't know. I don't even remember that. Huh. Well, I mean, everybody's still around. Maybe I can talk to them again. But, I mean, at this point, that's probably too late. Some mages sink the Canary ships. Yeah, I can't remember. I mean, again, we're 64 episodes in, so I've done a lot, and I just can't recall it. But I mean, I know I didn't let the Chargers die at any point, so either I did that mission and I saved them, or I just never got around to it. Scout Harding has an impressive team. I think he likes Harding. Or people brought back a number of artifacts. Harding.
If you need something tracked, Scout Harding is your woman.
If only it were that easy. After 800 years, we can't just look for tracks. Barring enchantment, cloth and leather will have long since rotted away. Only metal and stone remain recognizable. Complicating this are recent pieces the Avar left behind, and of course ancient pieces dating back to Tevinter. Fortunately, thanks to some period-specific buckling, I've been able to track our last Inquisitor.
You said there were pieces dating back to Tevinter?
Yes, while it's rare to see Tevinter ruins so far south, the Imperium once had an outpost of some sort here. They might have built it as a ritual site. I'm not sure what military value it could have. In any event, it's muddled up the research slightly, but I've accounted for it.
You lost me at buckling.
You'd think that a buckle was a buckle. But ever since people started belting on weapons, they've been adding bits. One piece here has a dragon engraving. With the alloys of the metals used, it's clearly Tevinter. While this one uses a clasp that wasn't invented until the dawn of the Elysian Empire. And when it comes to historical research, you might say we have to buckle down.
What do you have, Professor?
Everything so far points to the shore not far to the south. There was some sort of battle near the shoreline. They were in a hurry. The scouts reported an island near an Avar fishing camp. But the Avar won't say much about it.
What makes you think the last Inquisitor was fighting?
There's a clasp here common to armor rings. It's clearly torn. That only happens from a heavy shearing blow, like large claws or an axe. Then there's the dagger. Silverite, with a stylized dragon pommel and an inscription reading Cordilis. That dagger had to be a gift from Cordilis Dracon, first Emperor of Orlais. No one would just lose such a thing.
Right, spoken like a true archaeologist. Yeah, he's Mr. Comedian. But on that whole thing, it does make a lot of sense because in actual archaeology, that's very accurate to a lot of huge discoveries. Often come from tiny little things like that. Somebody may found something out about an important figure in history, and all they may have found would just be like a button, literally a belt buckle, or part of a hilt of a sword, and they can just figure out bits and pieces of detail just according to how things were made, what kind of metals they were made out of, what period in time used certain metals or was able to smelt certain metals, and it's pretty interesting stuff. But
what
about
can
the
you
fishing
tell me
camp.
about the Avar fishing camp?
Not much. It's the friendly Avar, not these jaws of Hakon barbarians. According to the scouts, they wouldn't say much about the area. Likely a local superstition.
I'll investigate the island.
I'll find a way to that island and see if there's anything useful there.
Excellent. I'll continue to study what's been found. With luck, we'll both find some answers.
All right.
Also, one of my research assistants, Colette, was investigating an old structure to the north. I'm not certain it's related to our investigation, but it couldn't hurt to check with her.
Okay, with fine Colette. And me, whenever I hear archaeologist, I get an image of River Song from Doctor Who in my head. Unfortunately, that reference is lost on me because I don't watch Doctor Who. Not because of any dislike towards it. It's just one of those things that Doctor Who's been around for so long, and I never got into it back in the day, and at this point there's so much history and whatnot that I feel like I'd be just jumping into a deep end of a pool and not know how to swim. There's just so much. Yeah, I wouldn't know what was going on. But I mean, I know a lot of people that love Doctor Who, and I can understand because I've got my own things that I'm completely engrossed in, you know, and believe me, I know the feeling.
The veil is wobbly here.
I was going with spicy.
What? Let me check. Sensing... Sensey... Definitely wobbly.
Okay. Sarah. Inquisitor Ameridan. What is known about Inquisitor Ameridan would barely fill a page. He was a friend of Emperor Drakon. He was Inquisitor when the Seekers of Truth folded themselves into the Chantry as part of the Nevarran Accord, their order serving as precursor to the Order of Templars and the Circle of Magi. Shortly after the Accord was signed, between 122 and 124 Divine, Ameridan left his position and departed, never to be seen again. These facts alone are undisputed. Everything else is uncorroborated hearsay, broad speculation, or salacious rumor-mongering. Ameridan did not willingly cede power. Drakon forced the Seekers of Truth to disband upon pain of death, then removed the Inquisitor rather than suffer rebellion in the new Chantry's ranks. Ameridan was forced to retire due to the still young Chantry's restrictions requiring celibacy, as he was involved in a relationship with a mysterious lady mage that the Chantry erased from history. Ameridan was a rowdy noble who cared more for raucous entertainment than for the Seekers. He held the position only because Drakon wanted a loyal friend commanding the order, and when the Seekers became part of the Chantry, Ameridan was free to retire to a life of hunting dragons and wenching. Any of these stories may be true, and without more evidence, we have little hope of ever reaching a clear determination. Nevertheless, I would offer a few notes that are often overlooked as scholars delve so deeply into their own historical specialities as to lose key context. Firstly, this is longer than I thought it was going to be. Firstly, Emperor Drakon, rightly acknowledged as the man who molded the Chantry into the organization it is today, was a pious man, committed to spreading the chant of light and creating a world where magic and men were governed by Andrastian principles. All sources agree that Ameridan was a close friend of Drakon, and while it is certainly possible that Ameridan was more pragmatic than pious, it is highly unlikely that Drakon would have befriended a figure who was actively opposed to the Chantry, much less tolerated such a man holding a position of power in the growing Orlesian Empire. Secondly, Inquisitor Ameridan was universally acclaimed as a powerful combatant, regardless of his supposed faith or lack thereof. Rumor mongers suggesting Ameridan was exiled ask us to believe that Emperor Drakon could see no use for a powerful warrior with years of command experience. Given that the Second Blight had been a fact of Orlesian life for more than 15 years at the time of Ameridan's disappearance, with Darkspawn pouring from the Anderfels into northern Orlais in growing numbers, it is frankly absurd to suggest Drakon would casually dispose of such a military asset. Without further evidence, we may never know more about Ameridan's departure. Nevertheless, I hope that we may eschew the currently popular cynicism, at least when obvious evidence against it is presented, to see that his disappearance must have had some other cause. From Finding Ameridan by Professor Bram Kenrick, Starkhaven University Press. Good God, that was long! Ay, 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 ay. Okay, level. I am level 24. Oh, I have 2 points to spend as well. Hurrah. Let's see. I don't need that. However, I wouldn't mind moving on to this because I get more constitution and mana regeneration, so that's worth it. Iron Bull has a point to spend. Yeah, it's all. Oh, that's all one-handed stuff. Strength on unlock. Every critical hit reduces the cooldown times on your abilities, giving you the edge to finish off your... Yes. We'll take that. Thank you very much. Sarah. Hook and tackle. She won't use it. Explosive toxin. Hold on. Easy to miss. Okay. Can't hit with the can't see. Deceptive fighting style gives a chance to dodge enemy attacks, taking no damage. Alright, well, it gives me 3 more dexterity. That's good for Sarah. Vivienne has 2 points to spend. I think she doesn't have anything open there. However, Knight Enchanter, anything available? Well, we got that. And kaboom. This spell is actually useful for the demons are spawning. Are you a mage? Yeah, I'm a mage. Yeah, actually, speaking of this spell, not one that I use personally, mainly because if I'm looking at, you know what I could replace? I could replace Fade Step because I don't really use it. Because I use everything else. Am I specialized? Yeah, I'm a Knight Enchanter. Everything else I use very frequently, so... Remove hostile magic and status effects from allies while stripping beneficial effects from enemies. You know what? Yeah, why not? I'll just have to remember that I have it. So I get in certain patterns when I fight and I forget that I have certain abilities. Don't worry about bad English. I can't speak any other language, or I speak very, very little Spanish. And that's not even, I shouldn't even say I speak as much as I can understand a little bit. And that's as far as it goes. Is this long-winded too? It's not that long, really. Questions of accuracy. That moved against them were halted by the light from her most assured hands. It was then she took her own counsel in ways best not set forth here, and led the party away. Did Ameridan's eyes seek hers among those assembled as he relayed the events which led them there? If she stood among us, I did not know her. Yet his hand moved slightly at his side, as my own does when my wife is near, and I seek wordless comfort in the touch of her fingers. We had all heard the whispers. Did he say her name in the telling? Would he have dared? Times were different, but have they changed so much? Excerpt from the writings of Lord Bescan, first put to the page in 148 Divine. A letter follows. Kenrick, this is a precise copy. The preceding pages were lost or removed ages ago. Bescan makes no further references to this woman, although Ameridan comes up several times later on. Bescan's writings, as they pertain to Inquisitor Ameridan, are not entirely unknown, although you're unlikely to find them among Chantry records. Their validity is largely dismissed. Some have questioned whether the so-called light and counsel referencing magic or holy insight. And of course, Bescan wrote down his impressions many years after the fact. The author's own wife brought accuracy into question when she admitted her husband was recalling his youth in the Orlesian capital through nostalgia and age-distorted memory. I believe her admission is part of the official Chantry record. Best of luck, M. Who's M? Ah. Okay. Moving on. One thing at a time. Let's kill off a rift. Somebody tell that bird to shut up. Okay, time to battle a rift that's gonna be real tough. Some weird animals. Yeah, you know, I remember these being a big pain in the ass just from the setting. Yep, because look what we're starting off with. Egad. I would like my barrier back, thank you. No! I used my barrier in the wrong place. Dead. Oh, I hate you so much. You gotta die. No, no, no. You over there, you gotta die. First priority is you. No, you die now. Die. Die, die, die. Thank you. Oh, there's another one. Son of a bitch. No, no, no. You die. Kiss my ass. Oh, you are a freak. Ouch. Look at that. I am doing crazy damage to him and it's barely hurting him. And that's the other thing that sucked about this guy. He brings out a million bugs after me. Die. No, ouch. Ow. Close. And now my TV sounds like it's like absolutely deafening again. It was real quiet, now it's deafening.
Three keys to locks that have been changed, a schedule for a journey not taken, and 2 names of servants no longer employed.
I don't know what you're on about.
The now useless items passed to you by those in my employ. I do hope you have alternate plans for the evening.
Joke's on you. I only had 1 key.
Ooh. That does a hell of a lot of damage. And I'm fairly certain it's way better than what he's using right now. Isn't that right, Iron Bull? Yep. So, yeah, how about we use this? Ba-boom. I gotta go back to what people were saying earlier. Beasts are hard to just, I'm sleepy and brain is going fast on my fingers. Type, if you see any animal with an odd color, chase it down. Those are fade-touched creatures. Oh, okay. I'm not the only one here sad that there were no lust demons in this game. And the despair demons are the worst. Yeah, I don't remember this. Yeah, there weren't any lust demons or anything. Yeah, yeah. Go back to camp. That's definitely the plan. So we're not staying out here after taking a beating and only having, what, 4 potions left? No, 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 no. We're not playing around. Yeah, I am not afraid to make returns to camp. See, I can't tell if those are weird colored or if that's just the colors these guys normally are. No idea. Whoops. Wait, where's the damn entrance? There it is. Oh, I turned my air conditioner off because it was loud. And within 5 minutes, my room's already hot. I hate the summer. I really do. Shut up, loud-ass bird. Nobody asked you for your opinion, bird. They'll be pink or purple. You'll know when you see one. Okay. Thanks, Menelana. Always helpful advice. Wait, was there anything?
Have you seen the plans for the new camps? Tree houses. It all sounds awful and precarious.
Don't you like the idea of tree houses?
It's a good idea, in theory. Up where the wild animals can't get us. But having solid ground so far, far below me with nothing but air in between us is just...
Yeah, don't laugh at her for being afraid of heights. I'm afraid of heights. Come on.
Who would have thought? Scout Harding afraid of heights.
Me? No. No. I'm not afraid. Who's afraid? No one's afraid. I love being up high. Lovely views, fresh air, birds flying at my head. Yeah. I'm a little uncomfortable with heights. Don't tell anyone.
I should go.
Safe travels.
Well, my character may be sarcastic about it, but I don't blame her. I hate heights. Mari says, I've played this for 3 years. I haven't played this in 3 years. And I still have other games that I need to get back to. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, everything's charged. But I still have games that I need to get back to that I had started on my channel here, but I never got around to finishing. I still got to get back to Shadow of Mordor, which was great. Especially since the new one is coming out. Oh, damn! I forgot the Ocularum is up here. No, that's nothing? Okay. And Mari says, I don't fear heights. I show it a great respect. That's a good way to look at it. And I totally respect what heights can do. And yeah, it's not exactly the heights, it's the landing that I'm afraid of. Yeah, I even, like, heights, I can't even step up on, like, a short step ladder without feeling completely uncomfortable. And, like, very nerve-wracked. I've walked on, like, the second floor of a mall, and if somebody, like, gets too close to me, it makes me nervous because I feel like someone's going to try to shove me over the edge, like when you can look down to the first floor. It's all because when I was really little, when I was probably like 2 years old, I remember my parents took me to this place in North Carolina when we were on vacation called Granddaddy Mountain. And it was this huge, like, tall mountain with a, well, to me it was really huge. And it had a suspension bridge that you could walk across. And it freaked me out. Absolutely freaked me out. And then ever since then it was like, nope, I don't have any interest in heights, don't want anything to do with it. I just remember, like, that was my earliest memory of being bugged out by high places.
Demons still scare you, dear? After all we've been through? Might you have suffered some form of injury as a child?
You and yours are the broken ones.
Because I have been trained not to be afraid.
Being scared of things that are scary is normal. Your training is the weird thing. Ask anyone who's not one of you. It's like you're scabbed over or something. Makes me wonder what else you don't feel.
I feel everything in the proper measure.
Right, because you're normal. Just ask you.
These two bicker so much. Mari says, I get vertigo and always feel like I'm falling when high up. Manalana says, well, I'm the type who wants to go skydiving one day. Nope. Screw that. No way. My son loves high places. Like, he's... What am I missing? Oh, shards. We're not going to go collecting shards right now. We can do that another time. Right now we're going to make an effort to get up to that camp. Although I'm supposed to be going over this way, right? Alright, well, let's make camp first. And then we'll head over to fight the Jaws of Harkin. Ethan Vaughn, hello and welcome to the stream. Ethan says, I can't handle heights either. No, it sucks. But like my son, he loves roller coasters, and it's funny because he'll try to tell me, he's like, oh, I know, I don't like heights either. I get height sick. And yet, I think he just says that to try to, like, I don't know, try to comfort me and make me not feel bad, because he knows how bad it bugs me out. But he'll jump on every roller coaster he can, the biggest, scariest roller coasters he can possibly go on. And I won't go anywhere near them because the hell with that. Take the shard. We just panicked and got our weapons out. And why? Because a pig monster ran by. Little pig man. Alright, well, we were able to collect that. Shut up, you loud-ass bird. Whatever they are, man, they are noisy. Because AI likes to freak us out. Yeah, it does. Okay, before I ran over to this, I saw the walls of the camp around here somewhere. Where did I see it? Was it over here? No. Snow flowers, not a pig monster. Menelana, I reinstalled today thanks to this live stream. Alright, so now you get to be joining in on the fun. Alright, Snowflower, I got like a name for you. It was the wrong name. I won't call you Pig Monster anymore. Knowing my memory, I won't remember what you're called again this time tomorrow, but it's all good. What's that over there? Random dudes hopping around. Be they friend or be they foe. Menelana says, I was happily replaying Dust and Elysium Tale until I found this. No, I didn't play it on 360. I played it on PS3. Oh, you guys are bad dudes. People we don't want to mess with. But we're going to. Yeah, the lowlanders. Holy shit, that was loud. Jesus Christ. Everything else on my TV was like relatively low volume, and then that explosion of fire just like burst out of the speakers and gave me a heart attack. Holy shit. I never played any of the Devil May Cry games after the first one. Not out of, again, not because I don't like the game, just I never got around to it. I thought the first one was fun.
Like us much. What we do this time?
Perhaps the friendlier Avar in the village Harding mentioned can shed some light.
Hello. Again, that wall of flame is loud. Turn around, dummy, and hit him with this. You know what? Okay. Wall of fire. Ba-boom. I'll tell you what, I'm awake. Rest in peace, headphone users, if they weren't ready for that. Alright, everyone calm down, calm down, calm down. They're all dead. Relax. Relax. Made your cat jump. Mari says hate prowlers. Yeah, they're a pain in the ass. Alright, so there's no real reason to be over here yet. It's away from the direction we were heading in. But then again, she jumps at her own shadow. I used to have a cat that was really bad like that, too. What was that? Ah! Damn spiders, get out of here. Yeah, I used to have a cat years ago that would just be like completely calm, and any like little thing would just freak it out. And what sucked about it was she'd take it out on you and scratch the hell out of you as if you did something intentional. I'm assuming, Ethan, you're talking about it looks ugly and the loading screens were just took forever to load. Dragon Age 2 was not lagging or took forever. Oh, just die already.
I sent a box of rabbit raisins to some Lord What's-His-Tits in your name.
That explains the letter of gratitude. They were, by all accounts, delicious.
Ew! Ew! Ew!
You underestimate both the fragility of his holdings and the severity of tribute demanded of him in the past. Perhaps he was grateful it was not a stew made of some lesser cousin.
That's lies, right? Must be lies.
Alright, so let's set up camp. So we weren't far away from where we needed to be anyway. The fear demon and adamant. Yeah. I wish that they had a reissue of the original Dragon Age games for to have the first two, but with updated graphics. Okay, there's a cave. Let's go visit the cave. How come when I was running across here, my controller was vibrating? Like something was walking around with big heavy steps? That's a little disconcerting. I mean, can you imagine if they had the first two games just on, like, you know, on one disc or whatever, and they were just all updated, you know, strong graphics, ran smooth, shorter loading screens. Ah, it would be sweet. Mouth of Echoes. The savages speak to their gods in the cave passage. They call it the Mouth of Echoes. They light fires and feed them with green spruce and shout their questions into the deep. They say answers come to them on the last whispered echo. Superstition, we laughed. And now, Razakale is silent and madness descends. I can only think, what if? What if there are irregularities in the veil here? What if we could secure the Avar cave and bend it to our purposes? The slaves are gathering materials. We will build a shrine to the Dragon of Mystery and plant foci into the walls, cut sacred designs into the stone. The better to hear you with, we will hear her voice again, or we will die. Scribbled in blood-red ink on parchment found in the Mouth of Echoes. Oh. Examine. A memory saved. A faint inscription found in Frostback Basin. If this be our last together, let it end in laughter. ATHO. Atho. Don't remember. I think it would be a baddie. If they did that, I would throw money at them so quickly. Did you import your world? Will your world keep to Dragon Age Inquisition? Yes, I did. That was the nice thing, that with PSN, you know, working with whether you had a PS3 or PS4, all my PS3 information was uploaded, so that was pretty cool. At what cost? From an aged journal found in Frostback Basin. It still tastes strange. No matter. Several water-stained pages follow before the text resumes. Have we traveled through the lands more remote than these? We must have, yet I've never felt so removed from life back home as I do now. T makes the same arguments as always, though adds a lack of demons as a point in her favor. Lack isn't absence, which I was quick to point out. She called me pithy. There are demons here, though not as many as we faced in those early years together. The Avars have their mages too. The last were ill-prepared for me. I wonder if that's the part that bothers her. Oh, as always, was no help at all. We push on. My head aches. The others are singing the song we learned at that lakeside town. I forget the name of the place. I think my eyes are about to explode. Of course, A has noticed and tells the others he needs to read something. It's quiet now. The journey here took longer than expected. I must take stock of the rations after sleep. There were more than expected. Everything has been more than expected. A few moments later, and O would not be standing here. I was able to subdue the mage before things became worse. T said nothing about it afterwards. She knows O would have died. At what cost? T asked me that once. I said it cost nothing, but I don't know. I met a man who'd fought longer than I, but his mind had faded with age, and he could not answer. The point remains that I can do no more. I can be more effective, or the point remains that I can do more. I can be more effective. We've all seen the demons, what they did. We've seen what some would do with blood. The better question is, who pays the cost if no one takes this chance? And no one said it has to be forever, just until things are settled. This is long. If you count 8 times, will the number change? O asks. She's been watching me these last few days, whatever she says to the contrary. Damn blue bottles. I did not plan this journey as well as I should. I lay trying to find constellations through the leaves. T brought me some water. She just smiled, and there was no admonishment behind it. It made me feel somewhat better. As always, Aid cooked our dinner while deriding my own ability to produce something edible. Oh, attempts to tell jokes. Maker, they're pathetic. Why did they make me laugh anyway? Long days behind. I fear there are fewer ahead. Whatever cost I've paid, they will be worth it. It doesn't matter. This night, safe beside a fire, the three of them singing that stupid song, I am content. Okay, deep mushroom, you keep showing up on radar, we'll take you in. Ew, it looks like an upturned... It is! There's a mushroom growing out of a bug. Blah. Gross. Okay. East Riverbank. And I guess we'll be standing above a bunch of Avar, right? Oh, no. Spiders. What's up, creepy crawlies? Why did that happen? Weird. Ethan, you beat Origins in 2, but you never beat Inquisition, huh? Stop shooting at nothing. Ooh, Silverite. Okay, let's go over here and help people. Let's use this on us. Thank you. Aha. Again, the explosion. Ouch. Boing. Well, I guess it's just me, huh? Holy shit! Vivian with your explosive wall of flame. Some of them with their glowing looking swords looks like they're coming at me with lightsabers. Are we battling snowflowers? Yes, we are. So now we're no longer fighting actual bad guys, we're killing the local wildlife. Okay, we killed everything that was alive over here. If at one point it was ever breathing, it's no longer breathing. And then I'm sure there's a bunch of spiders right on the other side of here. Oh no, it's unfriendly guys. People we have to take out, I guess. Ah. Stop hitting me with arrows, you jerk. I said stop hitting me with arrows. I didn't say continue. Listen, I just gave myself a dose of potion. Wiped it all out with one arrow. It's not cool. That's a crag. Crags are different. Oh, I'm dead. Do I come back to life? Nope. Uh-oh. Okay, Bull, go. Go, go, go. No, no, no. No, no, no. Now's not the time to be sliding down a hill. Son of a bitch. Okay. I feel stupid. Hey, 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 hey. God damn it. No, you leave me alone, you bastard. So, yeah, so that's not a snowflower. What's chasing us now? You're thinking, stop hitting me with spells. Unfortunately, this is where we all differ in our philosophies of life. I don't like getting hit with arrows. They don't like getting hit with spells. Doesn't really work out for anyone. Alright, kill that thing. Would you? Whoa. Okay. Hi, Sarah. And nobody listens to me when I say stop. Alright, everyone chill out. It's dead. Everything's dead. Relax. Take the craggy skin. Alright, alright, alright. Ethan wants to know who I romanced. I romanced Josephine. Although I don't really think it did much for me. Let's go back that way. Just because now I'm not really having much interaction with her at all, so... I don't know if there was much to the romance. Alright, I don't feel like getting jumped by spiders left and right the whole time, trying to work our way around.
Inquisition soldiers, we lending a hand?
Yes, we are lending a hand. Lending a hand and fire. Just ask Vivian as she bursts a giant wall of flame and bursts our eardrums in the process. How dare you freeze me, sir? Well, that didn't reach me like I thought it would. Excuse me. Enough. Yeah, set you on fire. How do you like that? Ouch. That was his answer. Ouch. Still one more over there. Okay, alright, alright, alright. Thank you. Ooh, although I don't think that's as good as the bow we have. Do you have that duel at Valroyo with her husband? Okay, Mari. See you later. Duel at Valroyo with her husband. Whose husband? What am I looking at the map for? That's something I was looking for. Yeah, she's got a better one. That's what I thought. That's okay though. It's a good weapon. Good for selling.
Lieutenant Farrow, sir. We've beaten back those Hackenite bastards. My men and I will hold here. The Hackenites along the river still pose a threat. After this last battle, we need time to fortify and regroup.
I did not. I didn't know that I was supposed to have a duel with her husband. That would be why that romance never went further. But that option never came up either. Weird. Well, I guess I should...
Inquisitor.
What's the situation?
What's the situation along the river?
Between the Hackenites and the wildlife, this isn't the easiest place to maintain a presence. The river's the best way for the Inquisition to send supplies from Skyhold, or it would be if we could travel safely along it. The Hackenites set up camps near the banks, and they attack anyone who... Sir?
Yeah, there's a fight taking place out in the river. I was watching that in the background. The funny thing is, it's fighters and enemies. But yeah, I guess I missed whatever part of that storyline popped up where you're supposed to duel Josephine's husband, because I never saw that. Giant loud explosions. But I mean, that's what I get for, you know, I don't research any of this stuff, and I don't look it up online to see what I need to do or tricks to, even though I've already beaten the game. Since I hadn't played it in so long, I felt like it was too cheating if I looked up how to do all the romances and all that stuff. But I should have. Health ego. Finish him off, Bull. Thank you. Still somebody else creeping around out there. Right. Yeah, these guys look like they're fighting with lightsabers every time I cross them. There's a Fade Rift. Just always talk to everyone every time I was back at Skyhold. You go to Skyhold, and when you go talk to her, she said she had a husband. That's how I found all the personal quests and romances. Yeah, but you know what? I did the same thing. I talked to her all the time. But, I don't know. Either it didn't occur to me that I was supposed to go to Valroyo to deal with him or something. I don't know. Weird. I'm trying to remember. Maybe he did discover she had a husband, but I was never given an option to go duel with anybody. I don't know. I jacked it up, obviously. It's what I do. Hey, everybody. Let's deal with this. Guess what? Send out more in time to get sucked into the rift. Hurry up, hurry up. Yay, hurry up. It didn't work. Oh well. Oh, you're ugly. I said close. Boom. Bitter axe. That may be better than what Cassandra's using. We definitely get some pretty outstanding loot. What are they fighting? Are they fighting a person? All I know is the spiders are down there battling. They're all pissy with something down there. Alright, so there's this behind us. Probably an ocularum. And also up along this way somewhere there is another camp. Let me check real quick. How far in are we? An hour and a half. Alright. Alright. Ah, god damn it, there's this Strarium up there. Ethan says I never could get the duel to work for some odd reason. I go to Val Royale and a cutscene is supposed to happen, but it never did pop up. Yeah, I never had any oh, hello. Never had any interaction with about a duel. Hi. Yeah, burn. Jesus Christ. Every time it's so loud. Oh, you fell through the ground. Okay. Everyone calm now. Calm or dead. Let's go deal with this. Wait in hell, I am figuring this one out right now. Ethan says hashtag Vivian's fire burst. It's brutal. Yeah, I'm not doing this one right now. That is way too much for my brain to handle. Oh, I just fell to my death. That sucked. Well, kids, let's all remember, don't run through the bushes because there might be a cliff on the other side. Whoops. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to carefully make my way across. Manalana says, we were just talking about heights earlier. Yeah, that sucked. Then how the hell is someone going to figure that out, right? Caught me off guard. But yeah, so I'm going Ocularum working, and then I'm going to make then I'm going to make my way to that new camp, establish that. And then I'm going to end this stream. Let's do that after I touch the Ocularum. Let's get this Ocularum done. But yeah, after I establish this new camp, that'll be where I end the stream for now, because yeah, it's now 3:30 in the morning. And I should start relaxing and getting ready to get some sleep. Up, it's over there. There it is. Okay. Ethan asks, what other games are you going to do next after you beat Dragon Age Inquisition? So I do want to go back to Shadow of Mordor and work on that. But I also haven't played Uncharted 4, and I haven't done Arkham Knight yet, so I want to do both of those. Someone was asking me if I would do Skyrim, and I'd like to do Skyrim. However, the Skyrim Special Edition belongs to my son, and he may have traded that game to somebody, so I don't know if I can even play that now. And I'm not buying another copy. Oh, hello, Sigrid.
No, no, no. I cannot have guests, lowlanders, even those who don't hail from the hold.
Who are you? And why are you out here?
If I tell you, will you leave me be? I am Sigrid Goldstockton, Olga's apprentice. I exiled myself from Stonebear Hold.
You exiled yourself?
I did. And my tongue will say no more on that.
Sigrid. So I wonder if they got you from Game of Thrones.
You returned.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.
I know we come back to you at a later time. It's only $2.32 right now, and Skyrim at GameStop is $5 where I live. What, Skyrim Special Edition for PS4? If I can get it for $5 at GameStop, I'll pick it up. Or if my kid hasn't traded it away, I'll just use his. So those are all shards. I don't need those yet. Shards I will always collect on my own time. $360. Yeah, see, I have Skyrim, regular Skyrim for PS3, but that doesn't do me any good on the PS4. Alright, so is that shard over here where I can get to it? Or am I gonna fall to my death again trying to get it? Okay, there it is. Yay, we got it. Alright, now let's not fall off. Those bushes make me very nervous. So, 12:33 for you. Yeah, I'm East Coaster over here. Out in Pennsylvania. But on the eastern border of Pennsylvania, right next to New Jersey. You spiders are really annoying. Oh, let's not get involved. Let them fight. Let them fight amongst themselves. Isn't the camp up above? Yeah, that's what I thought. Ethan Vaughn's. I never figured out. Oh yeah. I was wondering. I was like, why are you telling me what happens with the shards? I've said it before, but yes, that's exactly it. There is in one of the earliest areas of the game too. What, do I have to clear out all the bad guys? Well, I don't have to clear them out. It's just that everybody's now in combat, so I can't click on the thing. God damn it. I told you dummies to leave the spiders alone. Son of a gun. But yeah, in one of the early areas of the game, there's a special tomb you can get into. But you have to have all the shards to be able to open it up. Yeah, whatever's in there, yeah, it's like armor and the whole 9 yards, but I'm sure that whatever it is not as good as the gear I already have. Oh, we have to fight you, right? Of course we do, because why not? Die, Craig. Did you just fall? Did it just fall to its death? Oh no, we're not just fighting... Oh, okay, what's up there? Are we fighting all of the living creatures? That's what's happening now? Kelly says it's morning for me now. Well, technically it's morning for me as well. It's 3:38 in the morning. Ah, see, that hurt, didn't it? Made you explode. Oh, that thing sucks. Ethan asked if I ever fought the dragon in the hinterlands. Oh yeah, I killed him a long time ago. Right now there's only 3 dragons in the game that I have not killed. But their time is coming.
Seems like that business at Adamant really worked you up, huh?
And Halam Sharal pissed you off something fierce.
We're like a guild. They hate this rubbish guild.
We should get shirts. Probably need different sizes.
I'll probably try to jump that and end up dying. Oh, there's a shard that I just stumbled across. That's not bad. Watch out, everybody. I'm doing something dumb. There we go. Now that we're no longer fighting something, allow me to establish this damn camp. There we go. $8:38. Kelly, where are you at? Were you you're in Italy, or was that someone else? I know one of the people that was watching last night was from Italy. From Italia. UK, alright. Craft armor. No, not now, but I'm glad we have that table available to us. Funny. Would a man with a mustache like this look funny? Yeah, as I've said in the past, I've explained the reason for him looking the way he looks is that I didn't want to have a guy who looked traditionally handsome or dashing or anything like that. I wanted him to look a little goofy. Just because he was a mage and it kind of fit his personality. So he didn't look like a typical hero. But, yeah, so Menelana says, well, I should get some sleep. Better rest up since my boss might call me in early. Boo, that would suck. But yeah, I'm calling it as well. As I said, I just wanted to get this camp set up, and then I'm going to call it a day for the stream, especially since we're almost an hour and 45 minutes in. Makes me think of Nigel Thornberry. I just think he looks unique. But anyway, let's wrap this up. Once again, thank all of you for joining me on the stream. If anyone watching hasn't subscribed and hit the notification button and wants to keep up with me when I do live stream, because all my games are live streamed. I don't pre-record anything because I don't have the ability to. So that's the only way that you can watch me as I'm playing live. If you don't want to subscribe, don't subscribe. That's totally cool. Enjoy the people that you enjoy on YouTube and do your own thing. But for those who've been watching and been keeping up, as always, I thank you. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. And peace.